Welcome to a Business Growth Mindset podcast. I'm Christian Lavolsi, and I am incredibly grateful to be here today and share this episode with you. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you 8 simple and effective rules for success. Everyone has the possibility to become a success because no one is born a success. Will Smith said, "Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special amongst us will ever taste. It's something that truly exists in all of us." This episode is packed with massive value, and it applies to teenagers, students, corporates, tradies, business owners, and entrepreneurs. And I know it will help you grow and flourish. Will Smith also stated that the first step is that you have to say you can. So today, you need to stick with me right until the end because you can, and we will conquer success together. To all the business owners and entrepreneurs, the crazy ones, the believers, the doers, the clever makers, the action takers, and everybody else in between, this podcast was designed for you. If this is your very first time listening to my content, make sure you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button now and change your notification alert so that you don't miss future episodes. Practice and preparation are foundational amongst successful people. You can read about it in every publication that talks about success. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 simple and effective rules for success that will support you through your journey. These 8 rules are no secret, and I discovered them along my journey, so by sharing them with you, I hope that you can use them to accelerate your development faster and less painful than my very own journey. Before we dive into the content, I want to be clear that for me, success is not measured by wealth, but by fulfillment. Doing what you love for those that love what you do is far more important than the shiny objects that money can buy. The other thing to remember is that business success can be heavily impacted by several things that may not be in your control. Now, 4 areas that are critical to business success are timing, strategy, team, and execution. By being prepared and practicing the following 8 rules for success, you will give yourself the very best chance to succeed. 1, have a growth mindset. If you haven't heard about a growth mindset, you may be living in a long-lost cave. There has been an abundance of research that directly relates a growth mindset to success. This research is spearheaded by Professor Caroline Dweck from Stanford University, and she summarizes a growth mindset as the belief that an individual's most basic abilities and skills can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. Now, this means that if you believe that your talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others, then you are developing a growth mindset. You will achieve more than those with a fixed mindset because you can put more of your energy into learning and you worry less about looking smart. Now, organizations that embrace a culture of a growth mindset report employees that are far more empowered, they are more committed and more innovative, and people work more collaboratively to achieve organizational objectives. It's important to remember that we are a mixture of both fixed and growth mindsets. This mixture continuously evolves with experience, and a pure growth mindset doesn't actually exist. Not acknowledging this will form a false growth mindset, and this will not help you seek the benefits that you desire. When developing a growth mindset, outcomes matter. It's not just about rewarding and praising effort. It's about embracing a culture of learning and progress. The key here is emphasizing the process that yield the outcomes that we desire. Examples are seeking help from others, trying new strategies, and capitalizing on setbacks to move forward effectively. But because you adopt a growth mindset, it doesn't guarantee you positive outcomes. When you embody a growth mindset, you encourage appropriate risk taking, knowing that some risks won't work out. See, you reward yourself and your employees for the important lessons learned, even when a project fails or doesn't meet the required outcomes. Despite all the focus and corrections, it's still not easy to attain a growth mindset. One reason why it can be difficult to attain a growth mindset is your very own fixed mindset triggers. Now, when we face challenges, receive criticism, or fare poorly compared with others, we can easily fall into the insecurity or defensiveness, a response that inhibits growth. Now, our work environments too can be full of fixed mindset triggers. A company that plays the talent game makes it harder for people to practice a growth mindset or growth mindset thinking and behavior, such as sharing information, collaborating, innovating, seeking feedback, or even admitting errors. Now, to remain in a growth mindset zone, we must identify and work with these triggers. Many business owners and executives have benefited from learning, now wait for it, to recognize when their fixed mindset persona shows up and how it makes them feel either threatened or defensive. Now, over time, they learn to talk back to it, persuading it to collaborate with them and they pursue challenging goals. It's hard work, but individuals and organizations can gain a lot by deepening their understanding of growth mindset concepts and the process for putting them into practice. It gives them a richer sense of who they are, what they stand for, and how they want to move forward. Number 2, always be learning. Start learning to listen. Too many people fail to listen, and by doing so, fail to learn. Listen to your customers, employees, industry peers. The opportunity to learn when you are listening is remarkable. So much is missed because many business owners and executives are so caught up being busy. I have witnessed on too many occasions people missing out on valuable intelligence because they weren't paying attention. They were distracted and did not listen. There are many other benefits to listening, such as releasing tensions, displaying empathy, and building trust, as well as demonstrating respect. Learning to learn is a major component of success. We live in a world driven by connectivity, and this has provided us access to the world. If you can Google it and you can find it, it means that you can learn about it too. If you want to learn about something, all you need to do is ask Google, Siri, or Alexa, and they will help you find it. There are so many online courses available. Find something that serves you and dive into it deeply. The more knowledge that you acquire, the broader your perspective. I have become obsessed, and I mean it, obsessed with learning, because the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. Sounds crazy, but it's true. I constantly find myself asking more questions and wanting to uncover more about each topic I research. It's becoming exciting, and I batch my diary for learning. I make sure I have the allocated time each and every day. You can learn a lot. You can learn about anything that interests you. I strongly suggest that you maximize your return by focusing on the things that serve you and your business. For example, business owners and executives lead teams, and most lack the basic fundamentals of responsible leadership. I recommend everyone learns how to lead because it's a skill and quality that will further you more than any other. There is so much content out there. Reach out and grab it. Start today. If you're stuck, and many business owners and executives are, then start to learn how to learn. And I strongly suggest that you check out Dr. Barbara Oakley's free online course titled Learning How to Learn, Powerful Mental Tools That Will Help You Master Tough Subjects. I'll drop the link in my show notes for you so that you can access it today. Number three, improve yourself. Start to become self-aware. Self-awareness is critical to your recovery and your ability to adapt and take advantage of the opportunities that are presenting themselves every day. Business owners and executives must be always thinking about how to reinvent a process, a system, and their team as well as their products. Customer acquisition shouldn't be a practice when you don't have enough customers. It needs to be a constant along with many other variables. Practice customer acquisition when you have too many customers. Build a deeper and richer experience. You can only do this if you are continuously improving yourself. The problem is everybody gets busy, and most of the time it's because of growth or failure. But that's okay. Being busy is not your enemy. Time is your friend. It's how you use it and what you do that matters. So people whinge about limited resources and poor cash flow all the time. But hear me, everyone started with nothing. You started with nothing. It's up to you to create opportunities, develop a thirst for learning, and improve yourself. This means that when you fail, you can start again, and more intelligently, of course, and you can reinvent yourself and your business if you know who you are and what you represent. Becoming self-aware is one of the single most important traits of responsible leadership. If you are a business owner or executive of a firm, you will need to master your leadership skills, and this means becoming a responsible leader. The really important part about responsible leadership is the use of non-coercive influence to shape a group, an organization, or a set of individuals. This works not only to motivate their behavior, but also to define culture. For this reason, the ability to move through different sources of power and leadership styles is crucial. The key is knowing when and how to use them. Companies that have great leaders have higher morale and lower staff turnover. These two factors make an enormous contribution to the success of a business because they show you've got the right cultural fit. In 2016, Gallup Employees Engagement Meta-Analysis shows that businesses in the top quartile are 17% more productive, have 70% fewer safety incidences, and experience 41% less absenteeism. You can't take a one-size-fits-all approach to getting your culture right. However, the way you lead always needs to be informed by your environment. So, if you're a small business employing 2 people, then the way you cycle through power sources and leadership styles is likely to be very different to the approach taken by the head of a large corporation. There are a number of reasons for this. The most important of which is that the small business owner is probably a manager and a leader at the same time. And fundamental to understanding leadership is recognizing the distinction between these two roles. Both leaders and managers provide direction, but where leaders create an environment for change, managers maintain order. When you're leading from the front, change can be part of your culture. This is because where managers train, leaders teach. Effective leadership means your people become accustomed to change. They become resilient. They become quick to adapt, and eventually they begin to innovate. Their ideas flourish, and this is central to the notion of well-being. The well-being of your people feeds back into having your culture right, and having your culture right feeds back into the success of your organization. Number 4, time is your friend, so own it. I bet you're thinking, I have no time. Where am I going to find more time? If this is you, you are screwed, but not dead. So you still have the chance to change your mindset. And the easiest place to start is to stop and reflect. Start by looking at why you have no time. Pause for 10 minutes and focus on why you have no time. Write down the exhaustive list that is holding you back from freedom, control, and balance. This process alone will help you realize that you actually have more time than you thought. In fact, on average, my new clients uncover 5 hours of extra time just by undertaking this exercise alone. Time is your friend. You need to own it. So many people I meet are run by the clock. They live their life around their schedule, a schedule they set up, but then they created barriers to justify why they haven't got time. Time is our most precious resource. It's irreplaceable. So why do we waste so much of it doing things that don't serve us? When you respect and understand the value of time, you're able to learn and work faster. You realize that there is no substitute for speed, and failing quickly is a valuable tool for learning. When you scale your experiences by using time to its full potential, you grow. You become more fulfilled and empowered. The reason you need to own time is because you cannot manage it. Despite all the bullshit that you hear about time management, the simple truth is you own it. When you own something and you respect it, you use it to its full potential, maximizing all of its benefits. So to start, do, delete, defer, or delegate as much as possible. This will free up your time, which will give you much more freedom and much more control. Number 5, seek out mentors and advisors. Mentoring is sharing knowledge, skills, and life experience to guide another towards reaching their full potential, and it's a journey of shared discovery. Did you know that 76% of people believe a mentor is important, but only 36% of those people have a mentor? 1 million businesses are struggling to deal with the impact of COVID-19 in Australia. 4.9 million people are stressed out in Australia. 68% are more likely to succeed by having a mentor. Mentors and advisors help develop skills such as positivity, optimism, confidence, relationship development, and communication. And 25% of business owners and executives who enrolled in a mentoring program had a salary or revenue increase. Mentoring has proved so successful that 71% of Fortune 500 companies offer mentoring programs to employees free of charge. Mentoring and business advisors matter because they are powerful tools for growth as well as your mental health. Having someone in your corner can make a profound difference to your life and those around you, but it can also strengthen our community, economy, and country. The consistent, enduring presence of a caring and focused advisor in another person's life can be the difference in giving up or persevering, making healthy decisions, or engaging in risky behaviors, and between realizing one's potential or failing to achieve one's dreams. Business owners with mentors and advisors, especially at-risk businesses, have more positive visions of themselves and their future. They also achieve more positive outcomes in their business and at home and within their communities. High growth firms with mentoring programs for their team deliver more rapid results, greater profits, and have a greater retention rate and lower workplace stress problems than other firms. People with mentors and advisors are happier, have more self-confidence, and contribute more to the community. So, seek out a mentor and business advisor that is rich in life and business experience. Look for someone that has failed and succeeded, endured good times and bad times, and has values that align with you. The key is to find someone that propels you and gives you confidence, but can also educate you. It's critical you invest in yourself and leverage the qualities and skills of your mentor and business advisor. It's important that you set goals because it's a two-way street. Both the mentor and the mentee need to get value from the relationship. Having goals provides you with direction and milestones, which you can share in the excitement of achievement and growth. As an experienced mentor and business advisor, I cannot begin to express the value mentoring has had on my life, both as a mentee and a mentor. I have several paid mentors and business advisors, as well as some informal mentoring relationships. I have many clients, and I also mentor 2 individuals for free as part of my corporate responsibility plan. The rewards are mutual. And I take a lot of pride in this part of my life. And I know that you will too. Number 6, develop good habits. Habits are actions formed from repetitive practice. They often take about 6 weeks to form, but will always require focus until they are firmly imprinted into your fabric. There has been a lot of research done on good habits for success, and I focus on about 10, which I fully subscribe to and I recommend. 1, get up early. 2, read or listen to books. 3, focus thinking. 4, exercise, walk. 5, meditate. 6, surround yourself with winners and people that inspire you. 7, pursue your goals. 8, sleep as much as you need. 9, create multiple income streams. And 10, own your time and eliminate time wasters and negative people. Number 7, be driven by purpose. It is widely acknowledged that this is important to have it is widely acknowledged that it is important to have a clearly defined purpose in life. However, it is not always easy to clearly define what your purpose is. The first and most basic point to understand is exactly what is meant by purpose. You may have heard it referred to as your why, which is great, but it possesses the same question: what is your why? Essentially, it's your reason for doing something or creating something. Your why is what gives you a sense of determination. It's what gets you motivated and also what keeps you motivated. Your purpose, the reason why you do something, is what makes you outcome driven. Uncovering your purpose means that you are able to take action, and you're able to take action because when you know what your purpose is, well, you understand the meaning behind everything that you do. Understanding your purpose matters because it is the answer. There may be times in your life when you lose your way, but when you are lost and you have purpose, you can always find your direction again. This is because you know what has meaning to your heart. When you have purpose, you will always have a healthier outlook on work and life. Understanding your purpose allows you to make yourself vulnerable and to put your values out into the world. Although you'll still make mistakes along the way, obstacles appear smaller, problems become opportunities, and your mental health becomes stronger. Living with purpose is the number one secret to success, because success is not measured by wealth, but by fulfillment. Number 8, urgency. Do shit fast. Urgency is importance requiring swift action. It's about insistence and is an earnest and persistent quality that most people lack. It's a great source of frustration for high performers, particularly stemming from the teams that they directly manage. Many business owners and executives I meet and work with complain about the lack of accountability and action from their teams. Unfortunately, when I take a deep dive into their frustrations, I commonly find a repetitive pattern amongst most of them. The issue lies with them. Their lack of leadership and accountability spreads throughout the organization, and the hamster wheel of business is in full motion. Now, there are exceptions, right? And these are my dream clients, the doers, the shakers, and the action takers. And they often struggle with systems and processes that create replication so they can clone themselves through the activities. This is easily fixable and takes discipline and action. What's important to realize is that getting shit done fast is critical to your business, and progress is better than perfection. An approach to perfection is incredibly detrimental mindset to maintain. And why? Because by trying to be perfect, your product, you are making a huge and arrogant assumption. And that is that you actually know what the perfect product is for your customer. And sorry, but you don't. There is a statement said by many that you should be embarrassed by your first product. And you will be constantly if you're actually honest with yourself. So speed to market matters, and it matters for many reasons. The reason getting in quick and sometimes dirty matters is because you are really achieving speed learnings. This is a concept that will give you a new competitive advantage, particularly in a modern world typified by change and disruption. Now, Charles Darwin famously said, "It's the most adaptable that survive." However, evolutionary change occurs over a lengthy period of time, whereas modern shifts are played out over increasingly short periods. This is why speed to learning is becoming increasingly more important to the modern business owner and C-suite executive. The collection of feedback from customers and iterative improvements to your product is the single largest and compounding impact on the long-term success of your product and service. Speed of iteration, or high tempo testing, a concept coined by Sean Ellis, the father of the growth hacking movement, is what you should be trying to master. That is, learn from insight, create a hypothesis, test, measure, and go again. It's critical that you take action and win today and every day. By following these 8 simple rules, you will develop success in more ways than you could have imagined. It will help your self-confidence, it will improve your social proof, and increase your knowledge base. These factors will help you empower others and get them into action. More importantly, you will become fulfilled, because when you are taking action every day on things that matter to you, you immediately feel accomplished. So don't sit back and do nothing. Don't hold your head in your hands in despair. This is your chance to start, refine, and grow. I have really loved hanging out with you today and sharing my tips that will help you grow and flourish. I hope that you implement these tips that I have shared with you today and that you can put them into practice immediately. Please don't wait. Purpose has become a cornerstone in my teachings and advising of business owners and executives. Knowing the habits and principles of success will allow you to move forward with courage and action. Building courage is a key instrument in accelerating my clients' growth and deepening their impact both professionally and personally. And I want this for you. And this is why I share my knowledge and experience with you every single week. Don't forget to search for my articles on platforms like Thrive Global, Good Men Project, and Entrepreneur. There are lots of short articles on my blog too that may be of interest to you. If you loved today's podcast and are enjoying the series, please take a minute to rate it and provide a review. This helps others know that the content that I'm sharing is valuable, but also it inspires me to share more content with you. Please take care during this time. Be kind and be courageous. And until next week, live with purpose. Are you ready to start taking action on your business? Would you like to spend more time with your family? Then call 1300-643-229 and start building momentum right now. I know you're busy. In fact, you are so busy that you don't have time to work on your business or yourself. Often tossing and turning at night, worrying about the how-tos and the cash flow. How on earth can you possibly get off the hamster wheel so that you can take a helicopter view to see where you'll be in 90 days, 1 year, or 3 years from now? In this program, I will take you from sleepless nights to blissful sleep. You'll have more time with your family and you will have the clarity and direction so you can grow and flourish. Call 1300-643-229 now and start building momentum.